Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 103 Norris Court here in Dayton. We're located to the right of the front door, about 5 feet to the right of the front door. Got a 3-inch ABS cleanout. Be our point of access. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Got water running here. We're going to zero out, see if I'm going the right direction or not. It might be heading back towards the house right now. Kind of a, yep, that looks like we're heading backwards. Bear with me a second here, I've got this thing straightened out. There we go. Anyway, we're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running and we are zeroed out. What I like about this clean out, it's kind of tucked into the bushes. You might lose track of it if you don't keep your bushes clean or trimmed back, but the clean out sticks almost 2 feet out of the ground, so it should be relatively easy to hunt down no matter what. Alright, making a transition here over to just a standard PVC, 4-inch diameter. Now we're into 3034 PVC pipe. Alright, there's the main lateral connection. We're going to go locate that really quick here while the pipe drains out, and then we'll take a better look at everything as we come back. Alrighty, located the camera head successfully. Line terminates out on Norris Court. As the line makes its way out to the street, this is as you stand facing this house from the roadway anyway. The line, it kind of jogs towards the right side of the property line, but it turns, I'm approximating here a little bit, but it's, you know, probably about 10 feet or so in from the right side property lines where the line turns and straightens out and shoots out into the road. So the line makes its way out to the street through the front yard area. It does not go under the driveway, which is really nice. Should you ever have to do a repair, you're at least not having a line going underneath the driveway, which is a nice feature. That stuff in the flow line there is a little bit of grease buildup. At the point the line's at right now, it's not in need of cleaning. I mostly point that out for educational purposes. If you do a lot of deep fat frying and you dump a lot of cooking oil down your line, it will build up on you. And it's cooking oil and grease buildup is responsible for more blockages than almost anything out there. It's a huge contributing factor to why, like, balled up toilet paper, for instance, your kids like to create, turn into blockages. I'm more concerned about it. After 13 years of doing this, I'm more worried about grease buildup than I am a lot of structural issues, like bellies, which are a common thing that get called out really illegitimately in a lot of cases. But if you gunk your line up with a bunch of grease buildup, it's often things like that that will turn an otherwise kind of innocuous structural defect into a real problem. It just makes your line sticky. have a little tag sticking off there. Yeah, that might just be some toilet paper. What it almost looks like is the remnants of a knockout plate, but I just sloshed some water up against the sidewall of the pipe there. I think, yeah, that was just some debris that had gone down line. The shape of that was just perfect, that it almost looked like the remnants of a knockout plate that wasn't taken out all the way. It was a perfect triangle shape. It was just a scrap of toilet paper that got stuck to the sidewall, is all that was. Anyway, the best way to keep your lines clean, if you're kind of new to homeownership and aren't familiar with the grease buildup things, kind of the rule of thumb I tell most people to live by is if you have enough grease or oil on your pans, that if you were to turn the pan sideways, this is when the pan is hot or warm anyway, if you've got enough grease and oil on there that it would run off the pan in beads, actually flow off the pan, that's when you want to let your pan cool down, wipe it out with a paper towel, pour it into a jar. A thin little coating of PAM spray is no big deal. Hot water and soap handles that, but that one habit alone does a great deal to keep your line clean, and it helps to really mitigate blockages that should really break loose on their own. A lot of people don't even realize blockages happen when their kids ball up toilet paper. The head pressure that builds up behind them for a few feet often breaks the stuff loose. But if you get a line that's completely gunked up with a half-inch thick layer of grease buildup, that same blockage that would otherwise break loose ends up sticking really good. You know, something that shouldn't even cause a blockage can, or a backup anyway, ends up getting to that point. So that's the PSA for the day on grease buildup. This line's not at a point where it needs cleaning. Most of your buildup is way out towards the end of the line. It's not a scenario where I'm worried about getting it cleaned. We have good flow all the way to the main. All the ABS, PVC, and 3034 PVC pipe we just scoped, all of it's in good condition, intact, no structural defects, no bellies or anything. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time.